Starting with the Lakers.
Why? Why would we do that?
Very fortunately.
Okay.
They have officially been eliminated from the playoffs.
Yeah.
Play-in, whatever you want to call it. They looked awful without LeBron.
Yeah.
LeBron's whole playbook is he blames everyone but himself.
Oh, his whole
Even though, he has the ball the entire time and picked his whole team.
Okay.
So will he get Vogel fired, trade everybody, or will he just leave LA?
Okay. So he's not the idea that LeBron has to wear the full culpability of this. See, even Dexter hates that question. Even Dexter thinks we should be talking about, the team that beat the Lakers on Tuesday, the Phoenix Suns. Did you know Chris Paul goes to the Hornets and they set their franchise record in wins, goes to the Clippers and they set their franchise record in wins, goes to the Rockets and they set their franchise record in wins, and with that win over the Lakers, the Suns set their franchise record in wins. But no, you guys want to talk about the 11 seed Lakers. You want me to talk about LeBron, so begrudgingly I'll do it. Even though it's not my choice, I think they're an irrelevant team at this point. It's ridiculous. So, to answer your question, Vogel is getting fired, not because LeBron is going to get him fired, but because he should be fired. It is not all his fault. He objectively did a terrible job this year. Now, what's nice for Frank Vogel is I can almost guarantee you this will be the last time he ever gets fired as the head coach of an NBA team, because it will probably be the last time he gets to be the head coach of an NBA team. Trading everyone no. Mostly everyone, yeah. AD stays. LeBron stays, so LeBron's not going to leave LA. He's not going to leave. He didn't go through all of this, and he isn't talking about playing basketball with his son so he can then leave LA. With that said, if the Sixers were to disappoint, there is an interesting trade to be made for Tobias Harris's salary, Tyrese Maxey, who has been outstanding this year and is very young and very cheap, plus maybe a draft pick for LeBron. LeBron, Embiid, Harden, it's probably a title. But I think LeBron's staying. I think LeBron, I don't know what you're laughing about. Yeah, it's probably a title.
In a year ago.
No, well, 2 years ago, they actually did win the title, my friend. Last year, LeBron got hurt, AD got hurt. This year, they both got hurt. But here's my bigger issue. Because there is some type of Laker justification, which is, if not for the injuries. And yeah, Broussard said this on the television show this week, and he's right. If not for the injuries, the Lakers make the playoffs. But they are not the championship team that a lot of people thought they were before the year. And that's not because of the injuries. And yes, Russ didn't fit, and there were some issues. I mentioned the coaching. But the biggest issue, and the one that needs to be figured out over the summer, is what the hell happened to Anthony Davis? At 24 years old, his second to last year with the Pelicans, 17 times that year, he scored more than 35 points in a game. He almost won league MVP. He swept out the Blazers in round one after Boogie had gotten hurt. His best teammate was Rondo. That's at 24. This year, he only played half the season. 0 times all year, he scored more than 35 points. 11 guys in the league did it 10 plus times. He did it 0. I was watching that game against the Suns on Tuesday night, and early in the game, I'm like, LeBron's out. The Lakers have to win, stay alive. Maybe AD just throws a 40 and 20 up and carries them. He didn't do that once all season. He's 29. One other AD fact before we move on. Anthony Davis this year, give it a guess. I'll give you a little context. In the NBA, great three-point shooters shoot above 40. The best shoot above 45. What is considered good-ish is above 35%. Anything below 30% is really bad. What do you think Anthony Davis shot from three this year? Give it a percentage guess. I'll give you a little more context. Russ shot 29% from three this year. What do you think Anthony Davis shot from three?
Maybe like 35?
Yeah, 18%.
Oh, wow. I thought
18%.
Okay.
18%! He was the worst three-point shooter in the league this year. Literally, he shot 18% on almost 2 threes a game. AD used to be a 34% three-point shooter. And then last year he was down to 26%, and this year 18%. I don't understand it. All right, it looks like we're staying on the Lakers. What are we doing here?
I know you want to give LeBron a pass, and everyone is blaming Russ and AD.
Yeah.
But you say he's the GOAT, so he's got to own some of this, right?
Absolutely. LeBron's got to own there's one major mistake he made and one reality that he's got to face. The mistake he made was strongly advocating for Russell Westbrook. Now, it was reported all week. They could have had DeRozan. We kind of knew that before. Magic went out and further confirmed it. Now, it is the job of the front office that if your star player wants something and you think it's a bad idea to overrule him, like they did in hiring Frank Vogel. So, and we've talked about it before, the idea that, LeBron gets whatever he wants. No, he doesn't. He literally couldn't get the head coach he wanted and said they hired Vogel. So they've said no to him before. But the Russ thing was a miscalculation by LeBron, and he was wrong. And no one could have seen DeRozan being this good. I wouldn't have thought DeRozan would have been a fit, but with hindsight, DeRozan would have been the better fit. But here is the reality LeBron's got to face, and this is what he has to wear. Listen, once upon a time, and that once upon a time was from 2006 until 2020. It was 15 years. Just having LeBron James on your team made you a guaranteed playoff team and guaranteed at least fringe title contender. And LeBron plus the right pieces made you the best team in basketball unless Kevin Durant joined a 73-win champion. That's how it was. That's what the rules were. And one of the reasons for that was LeBron could guarantee you no matter what, he was going to be healthy and available at the end of the year. That ended last season. Not this season, last season. Because if you go through LeBron's playoff game log, what you will see is post-2011 finals. There is not a single postseason, not one, where he has more than one bad game. And all the postseasons, by the way, he played in post-2011 finals, he played in the finals. So they're 20-plus game runs, and he's excellent to outstanding in every game of the playoffs except for one each year. And I can name, I can go through in my memory and be like, the title year with it's my job, buddy. The title year with the Lakers, game 3 against the Nuggets, he was bad. His final year with the Cavs, the 2018 playoff run, I was at his bad game. Game 1 of the conference finals against the Celtics, he was bad. 2017, there was one game, I think in the second round, I forget who was against where he was bad. But other than that, he was great. Every single playoff game. Last year in the playoffs, he had 0 great games. And it was like, his ankle wasn't right. But in the past, he somehow was able to make sure he was never hurt at the end of the year. Wasn't able to ensure that last year, wasn't able to ensure that this year. So he was still 38-6 for the season. He's still clearly one of the best players in basketball. But the era of LeBron being a guaranteed finals viability all by himself, that era appears to be over. There's a 15-year run. It was a great run. Probably ended last year.
2 more minutes left. Can you please move on already?
Okay, that's my youngest daughter. You know what? She is right. We do have literally 2 minutes left, and we have 2 topics left.
Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.